senior functional consultant here at rSmart and has had significant experience working with migrations with clients and others in the community. So the agenda for today's presentation is first we're going to start out with a brief introduction to rSmart. I realize that a lot of people on the line today are well aware of what we do, and there are some clients on the line as well, so I apologize if some of that is repetitive information up front, but we'll spend just a few minutes doing that. And then talk about migration, introduce the topic. I'll hand it over to Kara at that point, and she will introduce the topic, talk through some migration stories, provide some examples of migration that we've worked on, and as well as talk through rSmart's migration approach. And then we want to spend a lot of time at the end of the presentation answering your questions. So we're going to open it up for Q&A at that point. And the way we will handle questions in today's presentation is, since all of your lines are muted, what we ask you to do is input your questions in the question queue that is in front of you, and I will monitor the question queue and then moderate the question and answer session at the very end. And you know, if we have some time, we may even open up the phone lines at the very end for some of you if you want to ask questions directly. But let's start with inputting the questions in the question queue. I'll moderate that and see how that process works. So with that, let me get started. Okay, so real quick, overview about rSmart. We are a leading open source application software company that serves the higher education market. And what we do is we package, certify, service, and support a suite of applications that are being developed by open source communities within the education market. Specifically, the three communities that we have had a role in supporting and in some cases founding, in the case of OSP, and participating in the founding of QALI, are the Sakai project, the OSP project, and the QALI projects. We're very interested in being active supporters of these projects as part of our ongoing business and services. At a high level, on the next slide here, there's a kind of an overriding challenge with regard to open source applications in the marketplace today, and that is that there's this perceived lack of support that is preventing institutions and organizations from having confidence enough to move ahead with using open source applications. The applications are full-featured, very capable applications, but there is rightfully so some concern about the question of how do we support these applications on an ongoing basis. And that's where rSmart's business really comes in. We build upon the foundation of innovation, community, and source code that is being orchestrated by communities like the Sakai community. And on top of that, we add some professional packaging around the product, troubleshooting support, ongoing troubleshooting support, 24/7 support, ongoing influence within the community. We provide our clients with ongoing hot fixes and service packs in order to keep their implementations of Sakai up to date and current. We provide robust documentation and a growing knowledge base of various topics that are addressed within that knowledge base around Sakai, as well as ongoing legal assurances around the software. So our business is very similar to what Red Hat does for Linux in the operating system market. We often refer to ourselves as the Red Hat for open source applications in education. In addition to that, we provide a host of professional services around the software, and we're going to talk about one service specifically related to migration in today's presentation. Oops. Sorry, Kara, can you move me back? There we go. Thank you. So this is a partial list of some clients that we've worked with, both with Sakai and CLE. We've worked with dozens of colleges and universities around the world on supporting Sakai, helping install and configure Sakai, as well as working on some migration activities as well. The rSmart Sakai value proposition is essentially centers around these 5 points. One is that through our service, we can provide an outstanding product that is based upon the innovation that's being driven by a very vibrant community of educational institutions that have come together to develop a best-of-breed learning platform. As part of this innovation, you're able to enjoy the freedoms that come from using an open source platform. Combine that with the commercial support that we provide, and that allays any concerns around support and ongoing sustainability around the software. And we can deliver all of this at what we believe is a superior value. This slide provides 3 examples of organizations that are currently using other systems in the marketplace today, and it gives you an overview of what they're currently paying for the annual license fee associated with those systems, and what a comparable rSmart Sakai CLE support and maintenance agreement would look like in terms of costs. And as you can see, over a 5-year period, there is the potential for substantial savings by using an open source platform like Sakai with professional support from rSmart. One of our goals is to make Sakai and open source easy. And one way we do that is we make it very easy for people who are new to Sakai to try Sakai and to get some hands-on experience with the product before making any sorts of decisions around it. So 2 ways to do this. One is a hosted version of Sakai found at mysakai.rsmart.com, as well as the ability to download our Sakai distribution that we support and install that on your own servers. So both of those options are available from our website. Another way that we make Sakai easy is that we have a Sakai adoption package that is tailored with all of the services and support and hosting that an organization and an institution needs to get started with Sakai very quickly. This is designed for organizations that want to roll out a small trial with Sakai, maybe a pilot with a dozen faculty members who are particularly progressive with technology. There's multiple scenarios in which this adoption package is a great way to get started. And the great thing about the adoption package is once you're through with the pilot phase or the trial phase with Sakai, this enterprise implementation is there and available for you to start adding more and more users, more and more courses to it, so you don't have to go through any sort of re-implementation process as part of that. And one of the services that we offer is around the challenge of migration. So rSmart provides the Sakai CLE migration assessment service, which is a service where a functional consultant will work with you to analyze up to 5 courses that's in your existing LMS and build out courses within Sakai using the content that is found in that legacy LMS. And Kara Stiles is going to spend much more time in today's discussion talking about migration as a topic and some of the challenges associated with that, and further introduce the services that rSmart offers around this. So with that introduction, Kara, I'm going to turn the time over to you.
All right, thanks, Mike. Give me just a moment to take my keyboard and mouse back, and then I will get started. So, all right, so we're going to spend just a little bit of